Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back again in the World of Tanks Garage. Today we are playing our Chieftain. Fun little tank. As you can see, I've been playing it a lot. I've already got a stripe on it. I've been excited to play this tank here as of late. It's one of those tanks that's a medium slash heavy. You got to kind of play it soft. You can't get into some really strong engagements and gets like E100s, E5s, things like that. They will just flat shred you. You got to kind of keep your distance with this tank, peek a ridge, get some shots. It's more of a sniper kind of tank. Great tank. I'm starting to learn how to play it. I'm consistently getting like 4, 5, and 6,000 battles of damage on stuff. But it's still one of those tanks that sometimes you got to remember to tell yourself, play it like a medium. One of my platoon mates actually owns this tank as well, and he struggles to play it because he's a very aggressive heavy tank driver, and he finds himself getting into a world of hurt really quick with this tank. But I've had a lot of seat time here as of late, and I've been really enjoying playing this tank. So there might be more of this tank on the channel because it's been a really, really fun tank to play. And like I said, I'm starting to get my legs, my feet under me, and I'm starting to walk, and then pretty soon I'm gonna be running in this thing because I'm really enjoying it. So with that being said, let's jump into a match and see what kind of damage we can cause. All right, guys, so looks like we got 3 conquerors in a platoon. Okay, I don't want to run across them or that bat chat. Again, like I've said in the past with the Chieftain is one of those tanks that's good from, picking people off. But it's not a really good slugfest tank. It's not like an IS-7 or E100 or even an E5. And this map, oh man, ever since this map dropped, I absolutely hate playing on this map. It's just one of those maps. It's very difficult to get back to a flag if they're capping, and it's just a lot of flanking routes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peek up here and just go on to Overwatch right now, because I would like to identify where these conquerors are. Because I feel like whatever side these conquerors are is the side that's really going to collapse quick. Because 3 conquerors, if they're fully upgraded, is just going to roll anybody they run across.
Throwing up the camo net.
It's one of those things where, 3 conquerors being fully upgraded, they're doing like 400 and plus damage to a team. And they can just roll around the corner and just 1, 2, 3, and then by the time the 3rd one's let loose, the 1st one's almost reloaded. So I'm just going to hold this. As you can see, my platoon mates kind of held back with me. I got a Patton with me, and I got an M103. I said, you know what, guys, let's just kind of identify where these guys are. And as you can see by the map, we didn't have a lot of people going to the left. We had just a majority of our teams pushing over here to the right, plus we're kind of hanging back at base. We only got about 4 tanks going off to that left and already maybe covering it. So I like to just kind of sit here by this rock, take a look around, watch this midsection, because see right where I'm looking, those tanks can come through and flank these guys right there if they're not careful. So with me being sitting on this ridge, they can't really get around that F3 area and come around and flank those guys. So they started to flank around, and then here's that 50M that just popped up right in the middle. So these are the tanks that can kind of be the nuisances. These little tanks that can jump up there, get those guys detected and get them in trouble. And immediately, look at that. He's got me detected. I see him, so I'm going to hit 1 shot into him, and I'm going to back up off this ridge because I don't want to be hit by artillery or anything else out there. Because we still have not identified those conquerors yet. I see that there is some heavies off to the left, but I haven't seen what they are, and we've got heavies off to the right. So I don't know which way they actually currently are. I can see them on the map, but they're not in my view range yet, so I'm just kind of waiting to see what we got going on. I'm going to watch this guy to our right. I know this 8-bits player before. I've seen him. He's in that E5 right there. He's a pretty sturdy player, so I'm going to watch him and just kind of keep tabs on him so they don't get flanked. Because look, here pops that 50M. He's trying to get around there and get spots on me, and he's potentially going to go around and flank those other guys. And we're already down 3 tanks. So I'm assuming, by the looks of things, I'm going to say it's the left side that's fallen. Just due to the fact that I see that that's where the tanks are dying at. So I'm thinking those Conquerors off to the left. But this little 50M, this little guy's just being cheeky, just sitting here. I tried to squeeze around in there and I couldn't quite hit him. So I'm just gonna hang out and see if I can see anything. I'm waiting, and then all of a sudden I pulled forward just a little too much, and that 50M's got me detected. So he's gonna be a nuisance. So I've got to get him cleared off of this board quickly because the left side looks like it could possibly be falling. Guys on the right are holding themselves fairly decent, but this 50M is gonna be a problem. So I'm waiting to see if my binoc's set. There he is. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a shot right into his turret. Let's see. Bam. Okay, now maybe that'll get him to back off a bit. Maybe he'll reevaluate things because he got hit. And it looks like he did. It looks like he went down there and pivoted, and then he's driving off. Okay, so he's not going to worry about him. So I'm going to focus my attention to see what we got over here. It looks like we got ourselves a bulldog. Put a shot. I don't know if he jumped over the top of my round or what he did there, but I see the 183's in trouble, and he's getting pushed. So I went ahead and I hit him and ammo racked him, saved the 103, or the 183. Now we got the bat chat moving in. We really got to focus our attention on him since he's full health. Again, I don't know where the shell's gone, but he's bouncing across a bunch of terrain over there. So we're tracking him. We're hoping that we can get in there. This 50M makes an appearance. I'm going to pre-aim this corner. Oh, and I put it in the rock. My shot dips, but thank God my platoon mate is there to back me up. Way to go, P-Stuff. So, as you can see, we still got 3 Conquerors in a platoon still together, and I'm assuming now that they're on this left-hand side. So, it was a wise choice for us to hang out here to try to get these guys stopped, and there they are. They've made an appearance, and they've got an almost full health bat chat. So, we've got some serious work. I tracked the bat chat in place. I tell my platoon mates he's tracked. Come on, guys. He's still tracked. And no one hit him. So I was like, okay, I got to focus attention to Conquerors because I got a Patton over there and 103. So at this point, I decide I better back down off this hill and start shaking butt maybe over that way. But I'm going to look one more time, see if I can get some eyes on something. Come on, give me something. I wait, let my binoculars set. Do I see anything? There's one Conqueror. He is starting to flank. So it's a good thing I waited a second. I go ahead and I put a shot on his lower plate. Now I want you to take note. This is a platoon of 3 Conquerors. Okay? I'm a Chieftain. They should just be able to just annihilate me. Okay, so the Conqueror, it appears like he's trying to do this big old flank all the way around the hill on me. But I also see the bat chat and the 2 Conquerors pushing my platoon mates over here in artillery. So I'm going to peek right here. I look, I don't see him, so now I know that he's taking the long way around to try to flank us. One of my platoon mates falls. I look to make sure that the Conqueror's not there. I'm coming over to help my Patton because he's not going to last very long. He takes one big shot, takes another shot. That's where these Conquerors can be a problem. So I put a shot into him. I see that he's weak. My platoon mate, I back up, I take one round. He's trying to get into cover. I'm going to put one more shot into him. He's saying, oh, I'm weak, and I see he's behind this rock and he can't get around there. So he puts one shot in him, the arty goes, and I go ahead and I block the shot just in case because I need him alive. I need him behind me. So I'm going to push up on these 2 Conquerors. This is not a fight I should be picking, but we should be able to do it. I take out this Conqueror. I see that bat chat comes down towards my platoon mate. He's in trouble. So I'm going to have to try to finish off this Conqueror as quick as I can. I park him in place. I'm going to drive around him at this particular point and try to use him from cover from the bat chat. Bat chat gets one more shot. I finish off the Conqueror. I turn my attention to the bat chat. Now I'm weak. I just went from full health to nothing. Really, really quick. But I was able to take out 2 of these Conquerors. Will I be able to take out the 3rd? Boy, he's got more life than I do. So I got to hit a shot before he does. He bounces the corner. I put one in him, and I dip behind the rock really quick. So at this point, I've got to make my next shot count and him miss. I'm waiting. I see he's going to push. I'm going to roll out, take the shot. Oh!
Everyone get out.
And we killed all 3 of them, but at the cost of my tank. So, as much as people can view this video and say, wow, he just set at base the whole round in a heavy tank. If I would not have stayed at that base, we would not have won that match. Because as you can see, we tied them up long enough. Even though that our tanks are now currently at their base, if we wouldn't have been there and what our platoon would have left, they would have rolled up there, destroyed the artillery, pushed in and been capping the flag right now, and there's no way, T10 or not, that they would have the speed to get to the other side of the map. And that's sometimes the bad way that you have to play this game. You actually have to literally sit there and wait at the base to see how things shape up. And it's not a way that I like to play, but it's sometimes how you have to play. The T10 gets a nice clean shot into this T44. He should be able to finish him. He's got enough health pool to be able to deal with it. He rams him, but he causes a lot of damage to himself. He goes ahead, he's going to put one right in the side of his turret and finish it off. So we pulled out the win. But if we wouldn't have stayed at base, we wouldn't have been able to hold back those conquerors. They would have just jumped on the flag with the bad chat, capped it out, and they would have won. Because you can see they're still down there playing around at our base, at their base, so we wouldn't have did anything. So we still stayed there. We did 4,200 in damage. So I can't really complain about that. We did fairly well for staying at base. Like I said, I wanted to make sure that those conquerors didn't just roll the cap and pull in there, and it's a good thing we chose to stay there. It's not something that I normally do, but I find on that map here lately, I've been kind of playing it that way because I've lost a lot of matches to base caps. You can see the other two guys on our team had pretty solid games, 3,000 and 4,000 games. We had the 8-bits guy that said that E5, he had 4,000. My platoon mate had 32. The other platoon mate had only 1,000, but great game for us. I mean, 4,052. I mean, I'll take it. So it looks like we had 21 shots, 15 direct hits, and 11 pins. So can't really complain. I do find that the Chieftain is, even though it's shooting APCR, I do find that it's doesn't have the pin. So I find myself bouncing a lot of rounds. So we hit that 50M for 793 for 2 shots. I think the Bulldog we only hit once because he jumped over one of our shots. Yes. The Conqueror there we hit once. That Conqueror we hit 3 times for 1129. And the other Conqueror we hit for 1534. So a lot of our damage was in those Conquerors. So that platoon might have rolled our whole team on that left side, but I was able to stay there and fend them off with my platoon mates, and was able to secure that win. And that's what you have to do sometimes. Sometimes it's not your play style. Sometimes you want to get in the fight. Sometimes you're in a heavy tank. Sometimes you're in a tank destroyer. It just doesn't matter. The best thing I can say is map awareness and knowing what's in the lobby. If you know what's in the lobby and you know what you have to do, you can secure those wins just by being able to identify those particular targets and where they're pushing and how to handle them. So we made a prediction to just hang out, see where it was, because like I said, I've lost too many matches on that map to a base cap, and I didn't want to have to do it again. So, but with that being said, we played it smart. It all worked on our favor, and we got the W. So that's all that matters. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting the YouTube content and when we're live streaming. You haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out. Be part of the audience. And if you're new to those channels, smash those follow buttons. So until next time, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for the support on the channel and the series. And until next time, we'll see your faces on the battlefield. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out my video. If you enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe for future videos.